My brother, if you were to completely stop these 6 habits that I'm about to share with you, quit them cold turkey, I believe right away that kingship, that authority, women would begin to see that percolate through you instantly. Now, more than likely, these 6 habits, you probably aren't even aware you're doing them. I know I wasn't, even up until my mid to late 20s. I was giving off, such weasel energy, but of course, I was able to make some adjustments with the things that I'm about to share with you. So kicking it off right away here with number 1, you gotta remove the glasses. Now, these glasses right here, what do they represent? They represent our worldview, the way we see it, the way we see ourselves. And most of us, hey, if we're being serious here, most of us have a very poor vision of the way that we see ourselves. And so you gotta take a step back, you gotta retract back, and you gotta ask yourself that question: when did I first pick up these glasses? As most of you know, I grew up with crippling anxiety, and it got to a point where it's so bad where I would literally throw up before I would just even hang out with friends. That's how nervous and anxious I would get. I was tripping. And so the moment where I first picked up these glasses was around middle school. There was this girl that I thought was really cute. And so anyways, I had my friend help me out this one time. He was kind of like my wingman. It was me, him, her, and her 2 friends, and we were all just talking, and he put her on the spot. He said, "Hey, my boy Dre, he thinks the world of you, and he'd like to take you out," whatever that means at the age of like 12, 13 years old. I don't know, but and so she paused, she looked at me, back at him, then to her friends, and then back at me. And all of a sudden, her face, it starts to crunch like this. And as soon as I saw that look of disgust just start to formulate on her face, right then I knew. I was like, oh God, here we go. My life, it's over. It's done. I'm about to be absolutely humiliated. And that's exactly what happened. And so as she's looking at me, she says, "Ugh, hell no. I'll never date Dre. He's effing ugly." And that day, that is where I picked up those glasses. I put those suckers on, and my whole worldview changed. The way that I saw women, the way that I saw myself. And up until then, I never knew I was ugly. I was just some little knucklehead kid running around the playground, just enjoying life. And in an instant, my insecurities began. And so many of us, we have internalized certain beliefs about ourselves from past experiences like this. For example, your teacher makes you feel stupid by exposing your errors in a humiliating manner in front of the classroom. Now you think to yourself, "Oh, I must be stupid then." And your classmates, they make fun of you. And consequently, you put on these metaphoric glasses and you begin to perceive the world through these distorted lenses, convincing yourself, "Oh, I guess I'm a dumbass. I guess everyone else is just smarter than me." In other words, your worldview has now been hijacked, and whenever you do something stupid, like we all do, it only reinforces that belief that, yep, yeah, I'm stupid. And the more that you root yourself in that belief, the more you actually go out and you seek evidence to prove it. You make say you make a silly mistake. You grab your nuts and you go up to that girl and you finally talk to her, but you say something real dumb, real silly. She blows you off, and then you're like, see, I knew it. I knew I was stupid, or I knew I was ugly, or I just wasn't confident enough. And then the next time you say you see a beautiful girl that you really want to talk to, instead of grabbing that nutsack and talking to her, what do? You look for those glasses again. You quickly reach for them, put those suckers on, and reaffirm yourself. "Oh man, I can't do this. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not funny enough." And then over time, those lenses, they get thicker and thicker and thicker, and your worldview just becomes more and more distorted. So hey, you gotta remove those glasses, bro. Ooh, okay. Now we're about to really dig deep here. But before I do, got a quick little discount for you guys, 20% off plus free shipping on all Manscaped products, which of course is today's sponsor. Just real briefly here, I'm gonna give you an exclusive look at the trio of trimmers. This right here is the lawnmower family. There's layers to this player, so I'm sure you're wondering what the difference is between each trimmer. So right off the bat, the Lawnmower 3.0 Plus comes with an elite package that we've all come to expect from Manscaped. Of course, all their products have some really nice, beautiful aesthetics. It features their updated ceramic blade with a plastic guard that's rounded for enhanced comfort, and it does a great job of reducing the risk of nicks and cuts. Right here is the Lawnmower 4.0 Pro, which is their 4th generation trimmer. It's got a powerful RPM motor. It has up to 60 minutes of runtime on a single charge. It's also wireless charging compatible, making it even easier to find a place to charge charge. And then the big dog right here, the powerhouse, is the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Obviously, this one's my personal favorite. They've really taken things up to a whole new level with this one. It's got that next gen dual skin safe technology, and it's also accompanied by an updated trimmer blade and interchangeable foil blade for enhanced performance. It's pretty much like getting your hands on 2 trimmers, but for the price of one. This blade was designed to leave you with a sleek and silky bare finish. It's even got an LED light with dual temperature features, so that way you can adjust it according to your skin tone. So each one of these trimmers, they just continue to get better and better. They build upon each other. And again, all these trimmers have skin safe technology. They're all waterproof, so that way you can take it in the shower. And one last time, hey, 20% off plus free shipping right now. Click the link that I have for you down below. With that said, let's go ahead and move on to number 2. Now, the problem with always wearing these metaphoric glasses is that it causes you to overcompensate. See, when you lack confidence and you have a poor image of yourself, what do us men tend to do? Self-improvement! Get a better style, better hairdo, wear cooler clothes, get bigger muscles. Which, hey, all that stuff's great, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the times, it can cause you to go overboard, to overcompensate. I see this all the time. I see young men, noobs, who get so immersed into self-improvement that they miss the whole point. For instance, they wear flashy clothes to stand out. They dye their hair wild colors to show independence. They get a whole bunch of piercings all over their face, bunch of tattoos. Ask me how I know. It's a bunch of overcompensation that shouts, "Oh, look at me. I'm an adult. I'm cool, right? I'm smart, right? I'm confident. I can do what I want, right?" And all this is doing is it's backfiring on you so badly, bro. It shows just how juvenile you actually are. It's a complete paradox. Basically, the more you try, the less you are. And then what happens as you get older? Or what should happen as you age? You slowly but surely, you start to scale back. You cut your hair, you get a simpler hairstyle, you get simpler clothes, you start being nicer to your parents, you don't try so hard to be cool all the time, you care less about trying to prove your point, you care less about being Mr. Comedian or Mr. Seducer to the ladies, and you just kind of chill, you just coast. And again, I mean, that's at least what should happen as you get older. Men these days are now extending boyhood into their late 30s and 40s and even 50s. And so what should happen, you know, as you mature is naturally you start focusing less on your image and what you look like to others. And you start focusing on things that actually matter, like your integrity, your legacy, doing honorable deeds. Which, hey, you really want to impress people and attract more women? That's it right there. Just scaling back. Being a simple dude, a simple man who's out to prove absolutely nothing. So the best thing that you can do right now as a young man is to recognize this early on and stop trying so hard. Stop trying to do all these things and perform all these stunts. Just relax. Just be low key. Remember, a man is always his best self when he just keeps things simple, effortless, right? You have to remember that. Less is more. So a great question that you can ask yourself right now is, what in my life can I just scale back on? Do you try to look popular on social media? Do you worry too much about your reputation? Are you constantly trying to prove yourself to people? Are you overcompensating with your actions to make people like you? Are you buying all these possessions just to seem rich or successful, rocking a whole bunch of jewelry and wearing flashy high designer clothes? All just to impress people? Remember, bro, there's a huge difference between being impressive and being actually attractive. So my best advice to you is, hey, remove the dead weight. Be as light as a feather by releasing the need to impress others and prove yourself to people. I talk about this in my free course, The Jesus Pill, if you want to check it out down below, about being whole just as you are, not needing nothing, having that abundant mindset with or without all those materialistics and superficial things. And this right here, my brother, this is how you will actually mature way more quickly and be the best, most masculine version of yourself. Number 3. Now, one of the worst habits that a man can do is always try to over-explain himself when he's wrong, or try to convince that other person of why he made the mistake he made, or why I didn't mean it this way, and what I was trying to say was... I was talking to a young man a few months ago. He was kind of getting into it with his mom, and I was like, hey, hold up, bro, one second. Who pays your bills? My mom. Who wiped your ass and changed your diaper when you were a baby? Oh, my mom. All right, bro, then shut the hell up. I don't care if your mom's right or wrong, or if you're right or wrong. I don't care if you made a mistake, but it was accidental. Just stop, bro. You don't need to over-explain yourself, especially if you're still living at home. It's parents' house, parents' rules. The best thing that you can do as a young man, or even for you if you're you got a family of your own, right? You're a husband, father, whatever. The best thing that you can do is just, again, keep it simple. Apologize and say it won't happen again. It's that easy. But so many men these days are all so emotional and have to prove their point and have to explain themselves, and they just like to overcomplicate everything. They like to get all in their emotions like a chick. But mom, that's not what I meant, blah, 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 blah. Or you got your girl with you, you got caught rubbernecking some other chick. No, babe, it wasn't like that. No, bro, cut it out. Hey, my bad. Won't happen again. As soon as you start explaining yourself and why you did what you did, and you have all these excuses, your sorry just got a little less genuine. That young man who I was just talking to you about, he was in this fight with his mom for like a week and a half, bro. When all he had to do was say, hey, my bad, mom. Won't happen again. Done. Within literally a second, 1 second. This right here, bro, this is just what men do. We just keep it simple. We're cool with taking the high road and saying, hey, my bad. And so that way we can stop attacking each other, attack the problem, get it done, and then just get back to work. Get focused on our mission. What real man has a whole week and a half to sit here and explain themselves and continue to bicker and continue just to keep this conversation, this dialogue just going on and on and on and on and on. Now look, hey, I'm not saying that I'm absolutely perfect at this either. I ain't no saint. I ain't no poster child. But it is something that I've been steadily, actively working on over the last handful of years. And I can honestly say, I'm not trying to boast or anything, but I've gotten extremely good at this. I know exactly how to calm people down, calm the situation down, and even get them to apologize. Honestly, it's not that hard. You just gotta be the first to swallow your own pride, take the high road, and just chill the frick out, bro. Stop trying to convince everybody and explain yourself. Bro, if you hurt someone, especially a loved one, even if it was unintentional, even if they took it the wrong way, just be quick to say, hey, my bad. What's so hard about that? You guys got me in my falsetto right now. What's so bad about that? That's how you know I'm on one. Number 4. Now this one's kind of geared more towards fitness, but you can kind of apply this to anything in life, really. Terrible habit that I see so many men doing, especially these days, is trying to operate solo missions. In other words, not having a accountability partner when it comes to working out, when it comes to eating right, when it comes to pushing your body to its limits, right? And hey, don't get me wrong, and I might have talked about this before, but we talk about this a lot in the War Club. We talk about how, discipline is a great thing. If you can learn to expand yourself and to build up your self-discipline over the years, hey, that's great. It'll take you a long way. But check it out. At the end of the day, we're all just mere humans here. We're all just knuckleheads. And there's going to be times in our lives where we get super duper pumped up, super duper disciplined, right? We're going to feel like on top of the world and like we're invincible. But life doesn't always just run that smoothly, bro. You're gonna hit major roadblocks. You're gonna face some defeat in your life that you've never faced before. That's just a part of life. So what happens then? What happens in those seasons where everything is just crumbling apart? Where you have zero motivation, where you have no discipline whatsoever. You're gonna be sitting there going, man, where'd all that discipline go that I gained? That's where accountability comes in. That's where having solid brothers to uphold you and encourage you, and to keep you passionate, to keep you fired up, right? Every man needs this, bro. I don't care who you are. So many men these days think it's all about being a lone wolf and hiding yourself away in your bedroom for 5-10 years going ghost mode, monk mode, right? No, that's not the way. That's just a cop-out for not putting yourself out there, for not having any accountability, for not putting any pressure on yourself. A man needs pressure. A man needs accountability. It doesn't feel good all the time, but we need it. Each one of us. And if you don't have that, you will be destroyed at the end of the day. Think about it. If you were out in the middle of a battlefield with your fellow soldiers, your brothers, and you decided just to peace out and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna go on a solo mission all by myself. You think you're gonna last, bro? Nah, you might be a prisoner at best, getting brutally tortured to death. You can't survive war without your brothers. So what makes us think that we can't survive life without our brothers. So hey, I have two options for you right now if you want to go ahead and make that move and connect with some like-minded brothers that are going to keep you on track. We do have the Warriors Realm, which is a free community. You can get that down below. You'll also get a free course right away. You can connect with our boys in there, or you can upgrade your membership to the War Club, which is a powerhouse of a community. And right now we're doing a huge 75 hard challenge together. I've met some amazing lifelong brothers in this, and we've created some beautiful bonds. So if you want to be a part of something like this, hey, check out the links in the description. Hey bro, sorry for the switch up. Tips 5 and 6, I filmed them the other day and now totally went missing. Don't got them. So I'm gonna dive back into this here real quick, finish up this video for you. So number 5, a man who always follows the rules. Now, hey look, I ain't suggesting to go out and break the law. What I'm talking about is a man who is always looking for the next tip, the next trick, the next little nugget of information to abide by. Don't get me wrong, it's a great thing to read books, watch your favorite YouTube influencer, gurus, motivational speakers. It's great to soak up knowledge, retain information, but wisdom is only found in actually doing. Hey, I can read all I want about how to shoot a basketball, how to dribble in between my legs, but until I actually apply myself, until I actually shoot the ball, only then will I actually begin to get better and build that skill. See, everybody wants to grow and be a bigger and better and more stronger, more tougher man, right? But when it actually comes time for it, for growth, for expansion, they want to run. See, because most men think, oh, I can just grow from reading books, right? And watching YouTube videos. Yeah, easy enough, right? But no, hey, don't get it twisted. Real growth, the kind we always talk about, comes from actually applying and enduring trials and different tests and falling flat on your face, failing, getting back up again. That's why James, Jesus' half brother, he said, hey, count it all as pure joy when you go through trials, when you go through testing, because it's building fortitude, it's building a spirit of perseverance. And so this kind of resilience, this kind of perseverance, this can't be just read and taught out of a book, bro. Like, no, you actually have to experience it. Same thing I told one of my other good bros. You know, he had been listening to all this red pill kind of mindset type of stuff about how you shouldn't be too emotional with women. You shouldn't, you know, show too much affection. You shouldn't do any hugging or kissing. Come to find out, her love language was touch. And their relationship almost ended. So when he called me up one day and said, hey Dre, what do? I said, hey bro, you know what? Screw all that masculinity crap. Right now, what you gotta do, you gotta break some rules. It's time to get soft. It's time to get all up in your feelings, dude. It's time to get real nice and feminine, real cheesy with it. It's time to wrap your arms around her, to hold her, to show her some affection, give her little kisses, send her little love letters. Hey, bro, sometimes that's what manning up is actually all about. And the last one, number 6, don't get stuck in a plot hole. Now, we all know kind of the difference between a plot hole and a plot twist, right? A plot twist is kind of like an unexpected ending that kind of throws you off, right? A plot hole is quite the opposite. It's actually something that doesn't even make sense. It's a mistake by the author. And so, hey, look, sometimes when we're going through our own trials in our own lives, hey, it's easy to think that we are living in a plot hole because we haven't seen the twist that the author, that God, is about to write. And it's so easy to get down and out, to get negative about your situation. It's easy to always talk about your problems and talk about how hopeless things are. But hey, check it out, bro. You gotta remain stoic. Your wife, she can't see you always down and out, stressed the F out. Your kids, they can't see daddy always hopeless, because what that's gonna do, all that stress and anxiety, it's going to bleed into the rest of your family. It's gonna bleed into your kids and your kids' kids, like a generational curse. Hey, don't get me wrong, life can be rough, bro. It can throw a curveball at you, but you have to remember at all costs that you are not stuck in a plot hole. You gotta remind yourself that God is about to flip the script and do a plot twist. You just gotta hang in there. So hey, hope this video helped you out today. Hope you got a little something from it. Hope it blessed you. If you dug it, please give it a nice big thumbs up. Hit the notifications button to be informed when I drop a new one. Catch you on the next vid. Peace always.